What's good, YouTube? This your boy Romeo Trading back again for another video. We're at Swing Trade Newsletter for the week of 12/21/2020. Almost Christmas time. I hope you guys are ready. Before we get into it, special shout out to my 26 subscribers. We're moving on up day by day. 21% of you subscribe. I appreciate that. Hopefully you guys keep supporting the channel. Let's jump into TOS. All right, right now I got the SPY up. Pretty good week last week. We did kind of have a sell-off Friday. Huge volume. A lot of stocks put in huge volume Friday. I'm not exactly sure what the cause of it is, but we definitely gonna find out tomorrow. So, with that being said, we got a nice little doji here. Kind of it just seems like it's kind of resting. Let me see what happened last year. Last year, Christmas time. Okay, so we had a pretty strong finish in the around Christmas time last year. So hopefully we get a pretty strong finish. Toward the beginning of the year, kind of sold off, I guess, because of the virus. But yeah, we did have a pretty strong push in the last year. So hopefully we keep some gains this for the rest of this month and keep things going. Zoom back out of this. This video might be a little long. I kind of want to go over the a few ideas with you guys, and I got two stocks that I have alerts on. They're cannabis stocks. I'm not sure if any of you guys follow the cannabis market, but we're gonna go over those also. Quick peek at the Qs. Kind of was green all week except for Friday. Again, nice volume on that sell-off, but still bullish on the week and on the month. So nothing really worth worrying about. Everything still look good. All right, let's start out with the ideas. The first one is AGRX. All right, so starting out with the monthly, we do have moving averages under these green bars here. So that's a good sign. The money is currently green. So that just let me know that buyers are in control this month. Drilling down to the weekly, I do like that we put in basically an equal low here. Got the 50 period moving average here on the weekly. We do have the 20 period on the weekly here, so we can get over that. We might have a nice trend change going. I like the R&R with this risk, the risk to reward. We got $3 by 290. If we can, if we make a strong push money to get to that $3 area, we might have a nice little breakout ahead of us. Drilling down to the daily, we kind of wedged between that 50 and that 20. We put in a nice green day, but it got rejected by that 50 period moving average. Nice volume here, so we can get back over that $3 area. I think we'll have a nice little run. So I have an order set in for that. The weekly seemed like it's kind of been in the downtrend. Last let me see, the September and October was kind of red. Then we turned bullish in November. So hopefully we can get a follow-up. The higher last month was 305. We already triggered that area, so hopefully we make a strong push for that into Christmas to close out the month. But that's the first idea. That's AGRX. Like I said, I really like it over this $3 area with a stop at 290. Next idea is AHT. Starting with the monthly, what I really like about this one, we got a nice volume spike here. Took out a lot of red months here, but we did pull back. So hopefully that was just a little profit taken there. But like I said, we still closed the month bullish, and we're following up with a nice green trend going on right now on the monthly. So if we drill down to the weekly, we had a nice push up here on the big volume. Closed down here, seemed like it gapped up, tried to push up a little more, but got rejected. Kind of gapped down, got rejected again, but it's still been kind of riding this 20 period on the weekly. We had a nice red bottoming tail here, which would have been a nice swing trade entry last week, but I guess we didn't see this one. but we did put in a new high, and then it seemed like we put in a nice little resting bar last week. So we're looking for it to kind of get over this $4 area. So I got my order at 420. See what my order, 425 with a 50-cent stop. So 425 by 375. So that would be my entry area. 2 to 1 would be $1. So maybe 525 area would be 2 to 1. But we're gonna see if we can get over this pivot here and see if we can get back up and have a nice green full month here on the monthly as well. But yeah, this is one of my ideas. If you guys been with me for a while, you know I like kind of trading after these red bars. It's a quick way to get some quick gains whenever you have sellers in control. Like I say, this would have been a great one here. Over this 310 area, buyers stepped up big, pushed it right on up. Like I said, they didn't leave no room for chance. As soon as the week started, they went and pushed that right on up. And like I say, last week we had kind of a resting week, went down, kind of retested this little 325 area, and it seemed like buyers stepped right on up early, broke out here, retest here, with another push up. So hopefully, like I say, we can start out around this 375 area. Push up, maybe get some more highs out of that. The only other part of resistance that I see is the 200 on the daily, then around this 515 area. That could be a little bit of a problem. As you see this, if you look at the weekly, it's been rejected by this area before. So be looking to maybe take some profits there. Maybe take half a lot off, or if you want to hold out for the full 2 to 1. It's not that far away. But yeah, just kind of be cautious up in this $5 area, if it gets moving. But yeah, that's another idea that I like. Drilling down to the daily. The daily is kind of wedging out. We technically got a higher low here. So on Monday, we'll see if we drop further or push on up, get in, and get that trade triggered then. Hopefully that works out for us next week. That's all for that one. On to the next idea is DGLY, Digital Ally Incorporated. You look at the monthly, you see that we got this 50 period on the monthly that's kind of been keeping us up under it for a minute, but it seemed like the bulls kind of been stepping up since October. Like I said, we got a nice little top and tail here. Seems like we still grinding to get over that $3 area. We drill down to the weekly. We put in a nice wide range red week. We lost some of those gains though. But then it seemed like we gapped up here, opened here, maybe went up to here, pulled down, pulled back up. So if we can get a continuation from this area here to push up past that area, we could break on out of this area here, because it seems like we kind of stuck riding this 50 period. So we can, probably get over this $3 area. We probably have a nice little run on up. Drilling down to the daily, you can kind of see it kind of consolidating over this area. Kind of bounced up. It still got good support down here on the 20 and the 50 underneath it. 200 period down here. Why this is here? Trace this line. But yeah, like I say, so we're over the 20, the 50, and the 200. So the trend is definitely in our favor right now. So that's why I like this idea here. Green month, kind of a resting week here. We're gonna see if we can't push on over, maybe get a new high here. The entry is at 285. I got this. It's a 20-cent stop. So we're looking to maybe get 40 cents out of it. Got to put us at roughly what 320, 340 in that area. $325, roughly $325. So that'll put us right in this area for 2 to 1. we'll see how it go. That'll basically give us a new high for the weekly. The yearly had a $7 high in June. We'll see. We can we'll see what happens. On to the next idea. EXPR, Express Incorporated. Now let me tell y'all about this one. So Friday, I was out of, I was out pretty much out of all my swing trades. So I was just kind of scanning around. I started with the, like the dollar stocks, and I was working my way down the list, and I kind of ran into this one. Now when I first looked at it, this right here was red. This bar was red. It wasn't green. So this bar was, floating around this area here. It's a 110 area. So I posted it on StockTwits. I was like, I really would like this over 115. Because I would have pretty much, this would have been an order if we would have closed at 110 with the high being 115. I would have took this. This would have been a red bar. This basically would have been on my list anyway. So as soon as I looked at it, I was trying to get in at 110. I was gonna wait, but then I saw how basically how silent it was here. Volume was real low. I drew it down to the the 60-minute. I saw that it had gotten above all the moving averages short term. So I was like, this thing might be ready to move. So I had an order to get in. As soon as I put my order in at 110, I clicked something wrong, so it didn't go through. So by the time I got another order in, it had already ran up to 114. It pulled back and held this 111 area for like 30 minutes. Now, this is a 60-minute chart, so about 30 minutes it held this 111 area. It would not tag me down at 110. So I was very depressed about that. I should have included my StockTwit post. But yeah, I was pretty heated because they could have gave me that penny. But I still got in. I think I averaged like 111 and some change. If I can pull it up. Yeah, so I'm like 111, 7645. So it's a crazy number. Like I said, I just pretty much just jumped in. Because I just couldn't get that 110. So it ended up running up. And then, like I say, I was asking for it to get over 115, and it definitely pushed over 115. It closed at 116 here on the daily. It doesn't look like it here, but that's that market maker stuff. They can make charts look a certain way, but yeah. So this would have been an idea if, like I said, if it would have held 110, and like I said, it already turned green on 115. So we're gonna hold this next week. And see what it does. I like it because we got now the monthly is red, so y'all know I normally don't trade or swing trade in red months, but I like this one so much because of the weekly. So if this is kind of a retesting week, like I say, this high here was 86 cents. We broke out of this high. We pretty much broke all of these highs here. So the monthly we broke up, came back down, we retested. It'd be nice if we retested at least 90 cents, but it seemed like we broke out of this dollar area, retested this dollar area, and then started to bounce. So I'm not sure if we're gonna completely get all the way back up. I would love it if we did, but we're gonna see. Like I say, I really would have added more if we would at least got to 120. That would at least been last week, with the week before that high. But we didn't. We just kind of hit that 117. I think we got like the 117. Yeah, the highest we got to was 117. And like I said, it was crazy volume for some reason. I think like 2 or 3 million hit after hours. So we're gonna see what happens tomorrow. But that was a very interesting idea. And y'all know I normally don't trade on the red months, but sometimes it be some, like I say, 3 green weeks up, 2 red weeks down. This one I already had a bottoming tail. Like I said, it was sitting at what, 108 when I was looking at it. And then by the time I got in, I already done skipped my original entry. So I was kind of late to the party. But that's that idea. Like I said, I'm already in it. If you wanted to get into this trade, I would say wait for the first green day. Maybe, you know, like a green day like that before you get in. I mean, a red day like that before you get in, because we're already up green. If we can gap over this 140 area, that'd be beautiful. Like I said, it seems like it's just trying to get away from this dollar area. Like I said, got pushed down, big volume here. You know, so hopefully that's a trend change. So hopefully, like I say, either this month here end pretty tight up on the, you know, up on the opening of this bar, you know, leave it a nice bottoming tail, or we turn green on the month, push up a little bit more. Like it'd be nice if we get a nice gap out of this. We seem like we was already retested whatever area we was trying to retest. Like I say, so hopefully we can get over this 120 area, push up a little bit higher. We're under the 20 period on the daily, so that's a little concerning, you know. But you know, we are resting with us being on the red month, so we kind of gotta let it kind of work itself out if we're gonna catch the bottom. If we're gonna catch the bottom, we gotta kind of let it rest and kind of move up in our favor. So we're gonna see what this one do come Monday. That's EXPR. But yeah, I definitely like this volume here. You know, volume accumulating all the way up here. No new lows here. Like I say, it seemed like it barely got a new low there. Then it just pretty much took off. Low of 57 cents. After that, it kind of just took off. So yeah, I got 2,000 shares at that 111 and some change. So just say 112. Then I got a stop here at 105. I may move it down here to 1. Because that's the pivot low. And you know, that's just a little bit more room to give it, just in case it want to shake out Monday. You know, just to give it room to see what it's gonna do. But you know, we are sitting on top of this green 20 period for the weekly, so that's good. We got weekly support here, 50 period on the daily. So hopefully we get a good move up on that one. Definitely got room to 180 if we can get over this 140 area. So definitely gonna keep a close eye on this one. I'm on to the next one, HLX. I think this one was in our last week's swing trade newsletter as well. So we got a strong push down here, nice volume here, nice little bottoming tail, huge volume, trend change type of volume. Like, okay, we were done going down. So green, red. We put in a higher low. We was down here in the 90 cents dollar area. Now we up in the $2 area. So three months green. We're still in the green month. The reason why I was kind of worried about this was because we was already up 5 weeks. So 5 weeks green. You kind of want to get some rest in before you run again. Like running a marathon. You kind of want to get a little rest in. But we did put in a second week, kind of resting. No new lows. All the lows are still higher lows each week. So it's still an interesting idea. So I got my order still at 440. I think that was my original entry last week was 440. Then I got a 20 cent stop, so 420. So 2 to 1 will basically put you at 480. So put you right up in this little area here. If you drill down to the daily, you'll see pretty much just how tight it is. It's kind of just been riding up with this 20 period. Huge volume Friday. So if the market gaps up Monday, I wouldn't be surprised with all this volume. Hopefully it don't gap down, but we got a lot of volume on a lot of these stocks. But that's the idea on HLX. If you guys have any comment about any of these stocks so far, leave them down in the description. And we're gonna keep it moving. We're on LIZI, LIZI. I believe this was an idea as well on the previous newsletter. So yeah, we got red volume spike here. Green buyer stepping up. Huge volume here. The bottom tail is concerning. But we did run $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. So that type of volume is expected. Ain't no telling how many people was in on this. So yeah, got rejected by the 200 up here. It kind of just been resting down back to the 20. Well, that's where we at now. We're on the 20 period on the daily. We still riding the 20 period on the weekly. So we're trying to see if this is ready to make another move up. Drill down. The high of this bar is roughly 363. I got my order at 365. It's a 15-cent stop on that. So that'll put it at what's 350. Yeah, so 350 area. Then we got 30 cents on that. So that'll put it at what, 395. So that'll put your 2-to-1 target in the 395 area, which isn't bad. Like I said, it's not a bad risk to reward. You're not taking out this pivot here all the way up here at 4. You kind of getting on out before this breaks $4. So like I said, that's 2-to-1 target. If you do decide to hold it longer, just kind of be mindful of this top and tail here at 410. But you know, that's an idea I like over this area here. Ooh, excuse me. And the daily is like I say, it's kind of just been resting. Like I said, you had a big gap up, now just kind of resting back. I guess trying to find some support. Pushed all the way up here, so you know, maybe this is a good little support area. We do got this pivot here. And like I said, just riding that 20 period on the weekly. So hopefully, like I said, we get a move up on that one. On to the next idea is PTI. PTI don't look as good now that I'm getting back on. I'm trying to figure out. Let me see. How high was 123 to 125. Okay. I'll zoom out on the weekly. Yeah, it look a little better there. As you can see, we in a downtrend on the weekly. Didn't quite get over that 20 period, but it seemed like it wants to. Got a nice volume push here, then kind of a resting bar here. So maybe next week we can get over that 20 period. We do have a lot of resistance up here. Got the 130 area, got a pivot here that we already got rejected. And we got this 20 period on the monthly that seemed like it's been kind of holding it down too. So you know, this kind of a toss up here. I do like the nice volume spike. We kind of been resting. Like I say, we seem like we found the bottom here in this $1 area. Stocks looking to push up away from that area. So hopefully we can get back over this 125. I got 125 by the 10 cents, so 125 by 115. Could have did 110. That would have made it a 15-cent stop. Just a little aggressive on it. Hopefully we gap over this. Area Monday. But we'll see how it goes Monday. We can get over this area. It'd be nice if we gapped over 130 and then, you know, kind of shook out, got us in, then continue to run higher. But yeah, that's just the next idea. Like I said, we kind of under this 20. We kind of got rejected. It'd be nice if we would have got over this, kind of finished strong, then put a resting bar on top of it. So you know, this idea is a little aggressive, but we're gonna see what happens on Monday with this one. The next idea is SAVA, SAVA. Starting with the monthly, I like this wide range green bar here. Nice volume here. We kind of had a resting month here. Huge top and tail, which means you know buyers tried to push this thing back up for whatever reason, but ultimately it failed. But we're starting to get, you know, buyers are starting to step in again in this area. So this 750 area seems like buyers are down here. And drill down to the weekly, we kind of riding this 20 period. You know, all this is kind of mumbo jumbo. It does look like we're kind of trending down a little bit. You know, the downtrend. So like I say, that's probably why we got the red doji. And then Monday we'll know if we're actually going to fall a little bit further. We're going to actually get more bullish on them. So that's the next idea. Entry would be 855. a 50-cent stop. So 855 by 805. Then, you know, you'll be looking to get $1 out of it. That'll put you at 955. That'll put you roughly about right in there. It's enough. It's enough to get us halfway, at least from this area, from this pivot here, all the way down here. So that'll put us about halfway. So we can get a nice push up to about there. We'll be in good shape. Like I said, we're good on the weekly. We're under the 20, the 50, and the 200 on the weekly. We got support from the 20 and the 50 on the monthly. Only concern is we're under the 50 period moving average. So Monday we'll be looking to take out this bar. Hopefully we get, you know, open up at 805 area and push straight up. Maybe get some good volume, bust through that area. If not, if we fall, we start falling, you know, if we start falling under $8, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel it. Like I said, we want an aggressive push from buyers come Monday. So we want this to trigger tomorrow. We don't want this to trigger Wednesday, Thursday. You know, we want this to trigger tomorrow. This doesn't trigger tomorrow, it'll likely be canceled. And that's just because of the daily. It's under the daily, so there is some resistance here. Even though everything else looks good, it's just trying to find some support here. But like I said, we'll see what happens Monday. But that's that idea. On to the next one, VKTX. This was a previous idea from last week. Starting with the monthly, we still kind of fighting this, fighting between the 20 and the 50 on the monthly. You know, I had an entry. We made money going up on the daily, and then we got out, and we kind of rested too hard on the support area, so it kind of gapped under. We was gonna get back in Friday over 650, but it didn't trigger. We did end up getting a nice doji here with some nice volume. So that's interesting. Even though a lot of the market put in big volume Friday, I still like this idea. We still closed the week green per se. Still riding all of the moving averages right now. It's just, I guess, you know, just deciding what direction we're going in, because it seems like we're kind of we dead center. So, you know, either the seller's going to take over or the buyers are going to take over. So that's where we're at on this one. And you know, if we're going up, I want to be a part of it. So I got that order right there at 650. It's a 20-cent stop. So 650 by 630 would be the stop loss right up under this green bar. So if we trigger, we shouldn't drop below this green bar. And if we just open up and then already drop, then, you know, we're just not gonna take the trade. So 20 cents, so 40 cents, that'll put us at what, 690. That'll put us right back up at the top of this bar. It's amazing, you know, everything just lines up 2 to 1. You know, 650 takes us right back up there to 690. So, you know, this is a very bullish push, but it also got rejected, but we also still closed green. So buyers really held this area down. Support really held this area down. So maybe we get another push up tomorrow, you know, next week. We'll see what it does. That's VKTX. You know, even the daily looks good. Like I say, you got green, 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 red, 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 doji bar. You got volume, so got to go up. I just feel it. Just feel it. We got to take out this. Obviously, we got to get over this $7 area, because this area here is a headache. Obviously, pushed up here, got rejected, fell back. Yeah, so we're gonna see what happens Monday on this. That's VKTX. On to the next one is VRAY, VRAY. Okay, monthly is looking pretty good. Like we're just getting over the 20 period on the monthly. So it's kind of resting right there at the $4 area. Drilling down to the weekly, we had a strong push up and rejection here in the $5 area. Got monthly support up here in the $6 area. Maybe it got there. Maybe it got there. Oh no, that was okay. That was pretty much ran up that day. Not bad. But like I said, we broke out of this. This seemed like this consolidation here has been kind of riding this $4 area for a while. Broke out, came back, maybe to retest this area. So I'm looking at it as kind of a retest. This chart has been putting in some pretty good patterns though. The green, like straight green all the way up, and then red consecutively. A breakout of this 350 area. Kind of rode that 350 area for a minute, pushed up again, came back to retest. Hopefully that was kind of a telltale to say that it's not dropping any lower. So either seller's gonna step in and push it back down, or we're gonna go higher. That's kind of what the doji means. Indecision. So we're gonna see. I got my order entry at 430. That's gonna be the high of this bar, and then at the close of this bar, which is 410. So it's 20-cent stop. So Monday we want this thing to open up here and just kind of rip. You know, we want it to go. We don't want it to kind of bounce around back down here in the $4 area. We don't want it retesting 350, even though this moving average is a little bit far away. We don't need it. We don't need it pulling back down here. If it pulls back down here, we're gonna cancel the order. Well, I'm gonna cancel the order. So we wanted to get over this 430 area. And, like I say, put in that high. Maybe try to hold this $5 area a little bit better. Pushing strong into the holidays. That's pretty much the plan up until Christmas and up until the end of the year is a strong finish for the end of the year. I've worked with a lot of companies and everybody want their numbers to look good by the close of the year. And then, you know, come January, everything dumps. You know, all the true numbers show in January. So, you know, I've been with a lot of companies to kind of know how that works. So we expect maybe a strong push up into it, even though this one didn't do it last year. But, you know, being optimistic, we just gonna hope for a strong push. But we do got a doji here. The pattern is still bullish. Still above the 20, the 50, and the 200 period on the daily. If you want a more aggressive entry, you can get in over this this bar here at 417. If you want a little bit more aggressiveness, I will at least do at least 420. But that'll give you an intraday entry over 420. But the weekly pivot is the one that's most concerning to me. We can get up here to this 430 area. We're good to go. But that's VRAY. Like I said, it's a beautiful pattern here. I might need to trade this more often because it looked like a lot of opportunity in here, like, you know, regular buy setups. You know, that would have been a nice little breakout there. Meeting right at both 20 period and 50 period, crossing over. We got a nice breakout. Yeah. So these are the ideas I be trying to find. It's just perfect, just lined up perfectly like that. But you know, moving on. WIMI, this was another kind of a gamble idea. I don't know if you guys are familiar with WIMI, but I ended up getting WIMI when it made this run to 30. I was in it this month here. I think it was like $4. Yeah, the high this month was $3.95. You know, and like I say, it was me and maybe a couple other guys that were just kind of holding down a certain area. But it was fun, you know, because, you know, you kind of felt like you had some big money, you know, for a minute, because the volume was so low. So, you know, it was fun, you know. Let me see if I can, I can show you better on the weekly. But yeah, it was kind of fun, you know, because, you know, you have 1,000 shares, you know, you can actually lock down the area, you know, it's kind of cool. But yeah, so I think it was this. Hold on, let me see. I think it was the daily. Let me go down to the daily. My two favorite stocks that made me the most money was WIMI and ACB, which is Aura Cannabis, which I'm gonna go into the alerts on that one in a little bit. But I just kind of want y'all to see this one real quick. So I got in basically. I basically got in over this green bar, over 350. That was my entry, and that was the area we was locking down, 350, because of the volume. Because of the volume. So, you know, we had this one here, but we didn't get any green. Then we got this one. We got this one here. We got this one, this doji here, which means there's obviously some buyers down here. So once we got here, over this 350 area I was in, and around like 330, 340, we you know, I guess me and a couple other people or whoever was kind of locking that area down, had 1,000, 2,000 shares there just sitting there. And you see, we kind of rode that for a while, just bouncing around. It seemed like somebody wanted us to maybe to sell or to buy up here, but when nobody doing it, we just kind of left the orders right there. just to kind of support the area, you know. And then one day we got a huge block order. You know, when it says like something K on the level 2, like 500,000 shares or something like that. When its stock on average does maybe what 100K, 200K a day. You know, on average does 200K a day. But we had an order sitting in the level 2 that had 500K in it. So I was like, yeah, something's about to happen. And WIMI was dropping PR like every day. It was dropping PR every day, but the stock wasn't moving. It wasn't getting any traction. So I guess whoever was over this, you know, account, or, you know, whatever moneymaker was jumping on this, they wanted to make the stock move, because, you know, we was holding on this little area here, but, you know, it wasn't doing much. So maybe it was just this time to go. But, you know, going into it, you know, you had spikes like this to come in, come back down, come in, come back down. And then you had one of these days like this, and this is where, like I said, we got 1 million shares. I thought it was over here. I didn't realize I was in this trade for this long. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 weeks. So that's probably been my longest swing trade ever. It was 5 weeks, because, you know, I was buying down here. You know, it'll pop up. I probably sell, you know, and then buy back down here, and then just sell up here, then buy back down here, then sell up here. You know, it was just small gains. You know, I probably getting maybe, you know, $100, $150 here and there. And then, you know, we got this little period here, and, you know, we still was kind of holding down this 350 area. The 350 area was holding strong, and this was the actual day. This was the actual day. It was and you can check my you know what, I should have on my next video. I'm gonna show you guys when I posted the big block order that came into the level 2, and you got that right there that happened the next day. That thing went from 4 all the way to 8, then ran up freaking $8, then gapped up, then ran up to 30, which was a beautiful time, very beautiful time. So yeah, you know, my story on WIMI. So when you got stocks to do this, you kind of just keep an eye on them, you know, just in case. And, you know, it was obviously a pump and dump, but we appreciate the pump, because we was in it, like I say, for what, 4 weeks. Kind of just waiting on it to do something. But, you know, it was nice because I liked it because of the weekly. The weekly had no bullishness at all. We ain't had no green week at all. You know, we had this little baby green week here when you thought something was gonna happen, you know, but, you know, it kind of just rolled this 350 area. We rode it with it, and like you see here on the weekly, it definitely paid off. So, you know, because of this, I always keep my eye on WIMI. I always keep my eye on ACB, just in case something happens. We got this big sale set up here on the weekly. I didn't make it all the way up here. I definitely got out way before this, because you don't know that it's gonna do that. You don't know that it's gonna run $30. You don't know that. So yeah, I was out. Yeah, but looking at this thing, it just wanting to bring a tear to your eye just watching it. You know what I'm saying? Do what it do. Oh man. But yeah, sorry to take y'all down memory lane, but yeah, that was just one of them things. You see, women's kind of beat down. You know, I don't know if it's just, you know, maybe just a pump and dump. You know, it happens. But we did get in down here. I was able to steal some shares at 620. It seemed like it's been kind of holding this. It seemed like it's been, if you look at the monthly, it's been, let me see, the low here is 490. The low here is 540. The low here is 560. So we've been putting in higher lows. So, you know, this is a gamble. This is a gamble, because there is no true pattern here. So this is kind of a gamble play. We did kind of retest this $6 area real. We tested this $6 area kind of 4 times. You know, it kind of bounced off this area here. Had a huge bottom tail trying to sink it down, I guess because of this week. So it kind of sold off big, but it still kept over 6. But we had this one going straight into 6, bouncing. Then we had this one trying to push it through 6 again and bouncing. So, you know, I don't just get in it. You know, I kind of have a story behind it, you know. But I can say red, we had green, and a red day here. Not a huge volume day like most other stocks, but a nice narrow range little red day here. So we're gonna see if we get a nice push up. I missed this one. This was a beautiful buy setup. You don't think that this is gonna run freaking $2, but hey, it did. You know, we missed it, but I don't want to mix the next one. So yeah, like I said, I stole 500 shares of that. I got to stop it down here at 6. We'll see what it does. Like I say, if it fails all the way down, breaks this low, breaks that low, you know, we're gonna get out. But it's definitely something that I would like to see if it does do something. We are above the 50 and the 20 period moving average. So let's see. It don't look like it's really trading to any type of pattern. It's kind of just doing what it wants to, but it has managed to creep back above the 50 and the 20. So we may get some elevation. But yep, that is WIMI, you guys. And the last I did is ZAGG, ZAGG Inc. Monthly looks good. We've been flat in this $3 area since April. So hopefully we can recover some of this, all this loss here. Hopefully we can recover that, some of that for the end of the year. Nice volume spike here. We still just, you know, holding support in this $3 area. The monthly is green, which I like. Huge shakeout here. I guess retesting this pivot here at 360 area. So push up here, pull back, rest, breakout, shake out, retest this area, bullish, resting bar again. I definitely want it. Entry would be 425, 10-cent entry. So it's yeah. So 425, maybe about 415. So that'll put you right up under this bar. So yeah, Monday we want to see this thing blast off. That's what we want. Relatively equal highs here. So maybe this is a nice area. And look at the daily. Look at that consolidation. That's just beautiful right there. It's just resting. You push up here, you kind of just resting. Maybe waiting on this 20 period to get up there. You know, maybe to catch up. We definitely got a ways away from the 20 period on the weekly, but I mean the daily is beautiful. Nice volume spike here. Maybe just to help support this area. And somebody's been controlling this thing super tight. So we can get a breakout. Oh yeah, this thing should definitely fly. Hopefully get over this $5 area. You know, make up some of all this loss here. But yeah, definitely been consolidating for a while. So like I say, hopefully we get some gains for Christmas. Plenty of room up here. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Plenty of room above this area. We can get over what, 450? We can get over 450. We got plenty of room to run. Look at that. Plenty of room to run. Let's get back to 9. That'll be beautiful. Okay, I'm just fantasizing right now. But that was it, you guys. I hope this video wasn't too long with my story time and my whatnot, what have you, whatnot, you know. I do want to do some quick alerts. If anybody's in the marijuana, ACB, that's my other money maker. I was able to make money in this run up here and in this month run up here because, you know, short squeezes. So we got a short squeeze here with earnings after the reverse split. So this thing here ran almost what, I don't know, $16, $20. And then over here we had a nice little short squeeze. I'm sorry. Into earnings sucked. So, you know, it kind of fell off. But you know, definitely some interesting ideas if you're into cannabis. Be careful, anybody that's going long on this. The month is red. We don't have a follow-up green month to push this thing higher. The money is red. I was telling Stock Twits, I was hoping to get back over 10 at least by the end of the month. Maybe have a, you know, kind of a bottom and tail kind of month, and then maybe we push higher going into the next year, you know, with Biden and the presidency and whatnot. But definitely an interesting area to look at. We kind of riding the 200, 20 periods kind of getting up there, 50 periods kind of getting up there. So we're either going to sell off or we're going to actually bounce. We didn't put in a new low last week, so 920's kind of been holding pretty good. So I kind of got an alert to let me know if we get back over this 1050 area. that'll be like I said, we get back over to 12. I think reverse split was like 12 to 1, so that'll basically put us at like $1, you know, pre-reverse split. You know, I don't care about financials or, you know, I just, you know, patterns gonna tell you everything you need to know. They're gonna tell you where the money's at and what people with money think the company's worth, and you know, it's gonna give you a price action. So we're gonna see if this cannabis thing, I think it was supposed to be like a merger between TLRY and ACB, but I think it was TLRY and Alpha that end up merging, or continues layoffs. So we're gonna see. We could have another long downtrend, but I was thinking we was gonna get maybe down here into this 850 area before we bounced, but it seemed like it's trying to consolidate a little bit. So we're gonna see. Maybe they're just waiting on some news. We didn't even have a real. I think when they dropped that PR, we still was bullish on the day. So I don't think the PR hurt it too bad. I think they was just trying to push the stop down or maybe scare people into selling. You know, so well, you know, we're gonna see. But yeah, I got an alert for ACB. I mean, you know, if you're into cannabis, trading range is up to $1 now. Yeah, it's moving now. I was in it when it was down here. You know, we rode it from 4 all the way up. So, you know, over this red bar, you know, like I said, over that red bar be kind of potent. So you know, you got tagged here, but you know, you still can kind of get out. But it be some big moves happening over all this resting. There's a lot of resting. You got 3 weeks of rest. Like real rest, you know, on the weekly. So, but you know, got a red month. So, you know, you can't really expect too much unless it gets back over the $12 area. The high was $12.20, but it opened at $11.91. So getting over $11.91 to turn the monthly back green. So you know that'll really let you know if buyers are really trying to take over control or not. But definitely keep an eye over this 1050 area. If it push back up to 10, I may nibble. You know, I may nibble some shares. You know, just to get a little piece of it, just see what it does. You know, all this cannabis news with the election. You know, you just never know what's gonna come out of it. But you know, we're gonna see. And then TLRY. I believe they was talking about either TLRY or Afria. Somebody's gonna benefit more or less or something like that. But we're gonna see. Look like the monthly want to turn back green. We got a nice little green bar here. It seemed like it got rejected by the 50 on the weekly, so we can get back over $10. I think TLRY got some room to run because we don't have any 20s up here. Next resistance is the monthly 20. That's in the $17 area. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah. Definitely keep my eye on this marijuana. You just never know. We opened up at 9. The high was 10.01. We basically rested Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So if you want to get aggressive, you can get in about 9:40. With a stop at 8.90. That'll be a 50-cent stop. So $100, you can get 200 shares of that, just to see what it does if it can get back up to $10. Because we gapped up. We really didn't drop back too low. We're over the 20, the 50, and the 200. So I believe something's coming. So I'm gonna definitely keep my eye on this. Like I said, I got my marker to let me know when it gets get back up to 10. I'm gonna be keeping my eye on it anyway. But this gap up is interesting because it didn't just fall back down. Like it wasn't just gapping back down. You know what I'm saying? It kind of traded back down slowly. You know, it's so over this 940 area is interesting. Got a nice green week last week. Support down here on the 20 period for the weekly. Only thing is this month still green. The month opened up at $9. But we get back over, like I said, you can get nibble a little bit if it do 901. Then you know take a nice more a nicer size at 940. And just see what it's gonna do going into Christmas. We do got, like I say, you know, over 10. That's what I'm looking for. On to the last one is gonna be Hexo. I think this one just had like a reverse split or something like that. The money is red. We did gap up on the month. Gap up, pull back. What's interesting is the weekly we've been putting in higher lows. We've been selling off, but we've been putting in higher lows. Somebody's buying these shares. People are selling. Somebody's buying. Higher lows, over $1. Daily's looking good. 20, 50. Resting. We could have a breakout right here. Riding that 20 period. Looks good. Kind of bouncing. Got a nice little doji here. We gapped up and came back down here. Imagine if we just ran off of like 110 and just ran up. That'd be beautiful. Like I said, doji here. Last week, this would have been a good entry. We probably wouldn't have got much gains because it kind of gapped up and seemed like it wanted to rest. So maybe it's accumulating, you know, over $1. It's really holding that dollar area. So maybe if you want to get aggressive, you maybe can do 110 by 105. So if we push up to 110, hopefully we get hopefully we push through the 115 area, put in a new high, see how far I want to go. Yeah, 110. That's where, let me see, gapped up here, failed. We're back at 110. Ran up here, pushed it back down to 110. Like I say, you got to see what's going on this price action, because this 110 area might be the area. Doji gap up to 110. Nice little shake up. You know, whoever bought into this, and we back down here. That's a 5 cent. That's a 5 cent. That's a 5 cent R&R though. You want to do 110 by 105. The fact that it pushed, if it push up into this all this selling here, that's good. You wanted to penetrate all that. Just like this green bar here taking out this red bar. It's a lot of penetration. We taking out all that. And then, this red bar came back and took out a lot more, But, just an idea. The 110 by 105, I might be looking into getting into that after this video. I might do some reevaluating just to have something kind of sitting there. Because I feel like if it get all the way up to 115 and it don't go back, I ain't gonna want it no more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna want it. So I might put 1,000 shares there at 110, and then I put my stop down here just in case. Oh no, you know what? I'll do 2,000. 2,000 at 110. Put my stop down here. It's $200 risk. And just to see what it's gonna do. This cannabis is gonna make some more moves. It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. A lot of these stocks, a lot of these people that done bought into this stuff are holding these shares. They're not selling. And this one here been consolidating for a while. We're finally over these moving averages. I guess we're just waiting for these moving averages to catch up. So it's just kind of been resting and accumulating down here. Yeah. But yeah, you guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Oh, I'm sorry. 3 more ideas. I'm sorry. One of my viewers had 3 ideas that we was gonna look at again, and just see what we can get out of it. Low volume on these days, 100K, 5 million. ARAV. Let's see here. We're green on the month, kind of sitting at support-ish. We're under the 20 and the 50 on the monthly. We're under the 50 and the 200 on the weekly. We do got a nice little push up here, doji bar here. So getting back over 680 would be good. If not, we could pull back a little bit more, maybe another doji here in the 580 area if we do fall back a little bit more. Yeah, so we may bounce off of this $6 area again. So yeah, just keep an eye on that one. Like I say, we could, if we get over this 680, that'd be good. So if you're in this, you can probably add up here at 680, or you can add some more shares down here at 6. You want to, get your cost average down a little bit on that one. The daily still, we're kind of uptrending. We're still under the 200, but we are over the 20 and the 50. So the trend is kind of up right now. Not no real big moves, but definitely something to keep your eye on if you are in this one. On to the next one, CYCC. Cyclocell Pharmaceuticals. I believe I'm saying that right. Monthly's green. Kind of put in a new low here. See here, drill down to the weekly. We did get over the 20 period. We got a nice little red doji here. We could drop back down, retest this 375 area. We could push up a little bit more. High this bar 457. So you can, have an order to, to add maybe a small amount here at 460. If not, you could just kind of support this $4 area here. Because we've been bullish ever since, kind of been bullish 5 weeks. One push up here over this pivot, resting week, and then push up 3 weeks in a row. It may pull back, rest a little bit. So definitely look to get more shares over here at this $4 area, or have you a small order to add up here at 460. We're above the 20 and the 50, so that's good. Like this 450 area seems like a nice area to beat. So yeah, so instead of 460, make it 450. Right now we got a nice green bounce here off the 20 period. But we do got this 200 period coming in. So just kind of be mindful of that. If you're long term, none of this matters. If you're long term, but if you're just trying to find the entry for a trade, maybe a swing trade, maybe you want to hold it for a few weeks, few months. Just kind of keep an eye on these areas. This 450 area is definitely interesting. Where you got a nice little, kind of a nice little rollover here at 450. Nice rollover, but we are bouncing off this 20 period. So if this is a good bounce, so we push up a little bit more, I would definitely think about maybe getting in here at the 450 area. Small position here. If we're able to break through that area, I'll probably add on the way back down, just to help support that area. And then hopefully we get over this 470 area, and we push up a little more on that one. Last one, MBIO, Mustang Bio. Monthly is red, broke last month's low. So I think this stock is just still trying to find out what it's trying to do. Huge volume here. A lot of volume here on the push down on the daily. The weekly, we did push up into the 50, and the 20 got rejected on the weekly. We'll see what happens. Got a nice volume spike here with this rejection. So it did attempt to push it, and it definitely got rejected. Let me see. High is 330. So like I said, you can have a nice little small order up here at 330. If it gets there, stop limit order. All orders are stop limit orders. Unless you're under. If you're under the price action, then it's a limit order. If you're over the price action, then it's a stop limit order. We don't want to just get in anywhere. We want it to actually, we want market makers to get that price up there. For strength. We don't want to just get in and just, hopefully let it go up there. But, definitely be careful under $3, because it could fall back with all this volume pushing it back down, all this rejection here. Month still red. The trend is still down. Like I said, this could have been just a push down, small bounce back up, and it could fade some more. So just kind of be careful on this one. So that red month there is tricky. The weekly looks real tricky. It's kind of like a reverse 3-bar play a little bit. Like I said, it did run up 3 weeks. It just took out everybody. Whatever news or whatever happened that day, they just gave it all back. I would definitely kind of wait to see what this one do. Definitely, if you did want to kind of get in over this high of 330, hopefully we get a red day first. So maybe if we do gap up to 330, put in a red day, then I will put that order at 330 if we get back over that red bar. Because we don't want to get triggered in, and we don't want. Let's just say this was a buy setup. We don't want that to fail. Now you could get in. You could go ahead and get aggressive and just get in at 330. But if this gaps up to 335 and then just take you out all the way down to 2, hopefully you got a stop loss in there, of course. But if this thing, gets you in there just to fails you all the way down there to 2, you definitely won't want to be in it that long. I would hope not. So on green weeks with that top and tail, I usually just want a red day in it somewhere. So if we go to this week here, it pretty much finished the week green. Let me see. Let me try to find a good one where I can kind of give you guys an example. This stock is kind of tricky. Let me see here. You get stock really don't really give me my style of trading a real opportunity to kind of get in over the green week. The green weeks can fail. Me and green weeks don't really work out too well without that red bar. Like if you know, something like this, if we had something like this on Friday, but you know, it was actually a green week, that would be takeable. That actually see something like this. Okay, so we got a green week here. Friday was green, so Monday we got a red day. So that's when we put in our stop. That's when we put in our order. We put it in after this day ends, or we kind of wait for it to set up again. Like we could have got in right over this red bar because it didn't break the low. And like I say, you got red days. Putting a stop limit order over these red days are always good. Like I said, it triggered you in. Stop loss was fairly good, and like I said, you could have rolled it on up. You know, so that's kind of what we want. You know, we want to if we don't close, if Friday isn't a red day, then we kind of want to wait for a red day. Cause Monday with a green week, Monday normally gaps up and then normally pretty much triggers everybody in for that pivot. So then you pretty much just gotta wait for it. Now, if you want to just go ahead and get in, you can. But I don't like watching negatives on my P&L. That's just me. I hate watching negatives on my P&L. So that's how I kind of, you know, get around it. After a green week, you know, like Monday, I expect red day on Monday because we was green 4 days straight with huge volume money. So we got to expect a red day. So just kind of trail that red day up. Like you like after this day, you know, you know you ain't getting in on this, but you know you got this day here. You can just have your stop limit order here. It doesn't trigger. The next day you got a higher high. Put your stop limit here. You know, next day you got. I mean, not a higher high, lower low. You know, but you're trying to trail it up. Well, you're trailing it down really. You're trying to find the bottom. So, but you don't want to find the bottom. You don't want to try to catch it down here. You want it to take out one of these red bars. So like. Cause these red bars never took out each other. You never got a higher high over these red bars. So you'll be here, and then here. Now, if you was over here, you'll be in the money. First thing that morning, it would have tagged you in. You would have been in the money for the rest of the week. So that's why I always trail up. Like it's not always this clean, but it's just kind of an example. If you wanted to find an entry into this wide range red week, you know, that's kind of an ideal way to do it. You know. But, you know, that's it. I hope I ain't take up too much of you guys' time. It sounds like it's raining outside. So I'm going to wrap this video up. Hopefully you guys have a great week coming up. I will be trying to post videos every day to kind of give you an update of what we got going on here with the swing trades if you guys are following along. Like I said, again, I appreciate all my subscribers, everybody that supports the channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Good luck to you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. All that stuff, subscribers, likes, comments, you know, all that good stuff. Share the video. Whoop-de-woo. Keep supporting the channel. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one.